Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Logitech G920, back today with a new video actually. And you might recognize this place, well, I guess I gotta show you guys around a bit, basically here. And I've been making some stuff today. I can pull up some pictures and a few clips right now. I have been working today. Of course, now it's super dark in here. I can show you folks. Still, I should still have access, right? Yes. There. I only have this light though, but basically, welcome to the workshop. And yes, they have actually got a new forklift now. Although, okay. Right. Anywho, you may recognize this room. Well, if you've been watching me since the beginning, then yes, cause let's be real, there is less videos on the channel of my actual place right here than what I would like to admit. But let me turn on the other light here real quick. So this is the workshop. This is where I went on school from late 2018 to summer 21. So here is our welding booths. Here is our cutting machine for cutting metal. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. This shanky old machine, you wouldn't believe it. Ah yes, you can hear the hard drive and the floppy disk. This schlunk right here is old. It uses gosh darn yeah, come on. It's using Windows 2000 Professional. Ah, yes. Jesus, vent. Oh, come on. Start up. Can you tell that it's an old machine? Yes. Come on. Boot in. So I can shut you off. Again. There. Well, the calibration is fully off. Avslut. Yes. Oh, Windows is shutting down. Come on. You slow ass piece of crunk. Technically speaking, this thing was supposed to be changed out, but I see that never happened. It's safe to turn off. Yes, thank you. That never happened, as you can clearly see. Metal saw here, which is still on. Which is kind of interesting. There, now you're off. Garage and stuff. So yeah, so this is the old plate, and then in here is our workshop and stuff. And then this light will, I believe the switch down there should override it. So basically what I've been doing today, I borrowed the workshop today because I finally went ahead and built that Logitech G920 pedal inversion thing. Granted, originally you're supposed to use like 25 by 25 millimeter hollow square steel pipe, square steel for the bracing and stuff. I just did it simple, then just used some 20 by 20 mil just normal ass wood, and then I used well, layered MDF. Not the best thing. The best thing would have been just straight single cut MDF, not layered, because it's splitting apart a little bit. But did that for that, and then I'm just gonna use screws, and then I'm gonna buy M6 bolts to actually bolt them up, and some carpets and stuff on Biltema to do stuff there. So that's how all of that is gonna work. So basically right now I'm chatting front and back with Oscar. He is still at work, so it's still unknown when he will actually be back, per se. So that's kinda of an problem. So because of that, I'm still gonna sit around a little bit and wait. But depending on when he is done at work, if he's not sending me a message that he's done by, what's the clock now? 5:40. Yeah, by maybe 6:15, I'm just gonna head down to Lade and buy my stuff, and then by any luck he can come there and pick me up there after he's done at work, and then we can head home. So yeah. Well, that light will turn off eventually. So yeah. So I've actually been at my old school today. And funny enough, it feels like I'm back in the old days because, well, I was constantly at this school. Because, well, I woke up to go out. So I woke up and then a little past 8, I actually headed down here. So by 9:30 I was down here. And I've been here since 9:30, and the clock is now, well, have you reconnected? Nope, but you're...
If I run Cinebench, are more optimized fresh airflow case, but it's not.
So I have actually been down here. The clock is now 5:51, so I've actually been here. So yeah, I've practically been here about 8, soon 9 hours. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. Anywho, I'll update, or well, I guess I could show you what I've been working on. Okay, sure. Let's use the clutch. Well, I can show you inverted accelerator pedal. Pedal inverted.
I'm running a 49, which is just because
Then let me pull out one of the boards. So here is one of the boards. I'm using this kind of thing. All this is going to be painted black, and then it's going to be covered in carpet on top here. So what I've done is that I have drilled 3mm holes. I've countersunk them. So these are just going to be screwed together with normal wooden screws. I've also pre-drilled the actual 2x2s or 20 by 20 millimeters. So those are also good. So then this will come on the bottom. I've also rounded the edges of this with a sander, so that will come on the bottom. And then this is the back. So it will have that brace and be standing roughly like this. So then the braces will be on the corner there. So roughly like this is where the actual thing is gonna stand. Or, well, I have actually drilled those holes in the wrong location, so
As long
well,
as I'm not
that's my first mistake.
Now, the curve optimizer so far
Which
has been
means I'll
fine.
have to buy.
It doesn't change the voltage or anything really, but I'll tell you right now, it's because of
mounted
the
thinking
V-cache
bit.
being extremely temperature sensitive, it runs at a much lower voltage. So that's why the TDP is so much lower. You'll notice under load it runs at about 145 to 155 watts. 160 I believe is the max. Even with the PBO or any of the curve optimizer stuff set much higher than it would be.
And this is the actual wood
It doesn't
pieces,
really
so this
push
is one of the long
voltage
bottom board
any higher.
pieces.
It doesn't even push the wattage any higher.
And then we have
When I look
the
over at my sensor panel, I'll see anywhere between
corner braces, which are made of the same thing.
and sometimes
So
it's
basically, the 20 by 20s was just cut using a good old normal cut saw,
know that the new
um,
TJ Maxx is 89C,
table saw,
which is down from 95C.
and the MDF stuff was cut it out using a bandsaw, stationary bandsaw. So yeah, drilling out and stuff, of course, with a drill, and the sanding was done with a stationary belt sander. So yeah, and then I've demounted all the brakes and stuff. I've cleaned them up. I've inverted the actual pedal mount, or the actual pedals. So what's gonna happen is that when we mount them, we're just gonna use 6mm bolts, screw them tight, and then feed the wire through a hole beside it, and then clamp down the wire, and then that will go out the back. And then probably what I'll do eventually is actually convert my pedals over to using an Arduino, and actually convert them over from being a DIN 15 to being a USB from the Arduino. So then it would be an Arduino joystick encoder. And apropos that, I also need to figure out something to do with my stuff, because I fried my USB joystick encoder kind of, because you know how I use this one ignition switch, for, doing my, this will show up in the last video, because I'm going to try to get that out before this one. It depends because if I actually can go, if Oscar actually can come and pick me up, and I'm going to go and pick up a 3090 tonight, because yes, I know I should save my money, but I'm kind of in a situation where I kind of need to upgrade the graphics card, because I'm getting errors, spitting out. I've tried everything. I tried disconnecting the 980 Ti, didn't fix the problem. I haven't tried the DDU yet, but I'm at the point where I just need to upgrade my GPU. I've had that 3060 since summer 21. We're now in autumn of 2023, so I've had that card for 1.5 years, and I need more graphics power anyway. Even though I technically speaking ordered that Flexi Visa mainly to be a fuel card, and well, this is a one-time only. It is gonna strictly go back to strictly being fuel purchase after this now.
So what do I plan to do if this system starts giving me headaches? Well, I gotta
so I am also going to take and fuel up, I need to get the card first. Hopefully I get the card in my mail before the weekend, because the thing is, Google Wallet only accepts CVC to enable contactless, and it doesn't accept CVV2, which is what I get up when I log in and show it virtually through Santander Consumer Bank, because then I get up a CVV2, which is a temporary CVC. So it's basically code verification instead of, code verification conduct, blah blah blah, whatever, whatnot. So basically, I can't add it to there. I can potentially add it in Apple Pay, but the thing is, the only Apple device I have is the iPhone 5s, and I doubt that Apple Wallet still works on an iPhone 5s. So, and besides, I don't want to drag around the random ass iPhone just because I needed to use one of my cards before I get the physical card. So That's
For a
kind
theme
of
build
annoying.
Like this, the themes mattered. Again, far from a full review. Just a little
So,
bit of an
yeah.
op-ed on how the last week
But
has
I'm
been.
gonna sit here,
So
watch
far,
some
I can
stuff,
recommend
and
the
then,
7950X
well,
to
what is the
you
clock?
to a tinkerer.
About
Somebody
5:59,
that likes
and then
to
I'm gonna
tinker with their
see
system.
what
'Cause here's the reality. I still a little bit of anxiety.
got the here with Oscar quarter
It's gonna
past.
post.
Just hear about his status and what's going on,
The bleeding edge. It's also part of
and then ask him if it's possible for him
on my
if
experience.
I can go to Lada Arena and that he can pick me up on Lada Arena instead, so at least because I'm feeling fine with bringing this there, but if he at least can pick me up there so I don't have to pull this shit all the way home, then that would be nice. Because, well, I had food, or lunch per se. I didn't eat anything to breakfast. I only had coffee, then I went here. Then around 11:30, I went and had lunch. It was a chicken wrap and a chicken wrap and a chocolate muffin, and well, a Coke, which surprisingly I haven't drinking up yet, but that's kind of a good thing. Means I'm drinking more water. So yes, I haven't had food since then, and I'm starting to get hungry again. So I might. My plan was to go home and then have my pizza, but I'll probably just buy something on Lada Arena. They have one restaurant there. I mean, if I feel like it, I can go to Lada Arena first, just eat something there, or to City Lada, eat something there, then go to Lada Arena. Since well, Biltema is on Lada Arena, and that's probably the place I'm going to be spending the most time, and Elshop.
With my particular 7950X 3D sample. I had
So
two
yeah.
samples. I could have switched it, but I didn't because this is the one that I received, and it's just like, let's say this is the lottery.
So
I went to
yeah.
Market Center, I grabbed one. This is what I got. I'm not gonna just throw another one in and be like, it's great, guys, because that wouldn't be a real like.
At least that I have inverted pedals. So what I'm going to pick up on Biltema is M6 bolts. I do not need any nuts because funny enough these do actually have, their inserts are actually already threaded. So I can just bolt right into the pedals and call it a day. So that's nice. Some clamps, carpet, spray glue. If I can get it to work properly, if not, I'll probably just take small screws and just screw the carpet into the thing, because I'm gonna put the carpet into the actual base, and then some rubberized feet or whatnot, adjustable preferably, that I also can mount on the underside of that thing, so it doesn't go slip and sliding all over the place. Since I don't have any like proper carpet, and my floor in that apartment is so fucking uneven. You have no idea. I know they have laid new floor there, but they clearly did not use straightening compound before they or whatnot before they put it on. So the floor is uneven as fuck. It's not the worst where my system is sitting, but where the sofa is now was definitely a pain in the butt, because as you probably can remember, I had the system there before I moved her over. Now I may also swip a quick round through Big Max and see if they have like a square corner paintbrush whatnot for a roof, so I can get the roof painted finished. So well, I should technically speaking have been by Ops and bought like a 1 liter of just white paint just to take the roof, because I don't need to take the entire roof technically speaking, it's only the corner of the roof really I need to take. So it's not like I need a lot of paint, but the thing is matching the paint. So of course if it gets too uneven, then I'll have to take the entire roof, but yeah. And well, also I'm gonna probably pick up, I'm gonna see what they have on Electro-Importurn, but if they have a 4-way LED dimmable lamp, I'm gonna replace the one that's currently hanging in the studio because
When it comes to gaming,
the problem I'm having now is that I have lightning there, and there, and not there. So I won't on this 4 second, I have lightning there, and there, and then move the 3-way out in the hallway, or well, out in the hallway. Theoretically speaking, I should probably put that one in the bedroom so I can spread the light in the bedroom more. Theoretically speaking. But I also want a little bit of a different light in the hallway too. One thing I'm also going to pick up is LED strips because I'm going to put a LED strip liner also inside of this setup.
I had a 4090, the Founders Edition card, in my 10900K system that I was using for my live streams and stuff, and realistically just trying to see if it would burn up on me until they figured out that it was just poorly plugged in cables.
So we'll see what happens. Clearly, I'm gonna have to probably re-drill some holes and countersink some holes, and then fill in the other holes we are not using before I spray paint it. Because I put it vertical, it's supposed to be the other way. But yeah. But anywho, that's enough shibby shabby for now, so I don't have to do a hell of a lot of editing in post. So yeah, so I'll see you guys once we're about to be on the move, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly update you guys. I've sent a message to Oscar, I haven't gotten, but basically 18:10 I'm gonna start wrapping things up here, and 18:15 I'll be on the bus and I'll be heading towards Lava Arena. And then I'll stop and buy the stuff I'm gonna buy on Lava Arena, and then I'll probably chill whatnot there until he picks me up, because I will most likely be picking up that 3090 tonight, and then DDUing my station, and then popping her in, and then, well, Eurotruck is definitely one thing I'm going to test, but I'm also going to test Microsoft Flight Sim and see if I have some respectable frames now with higher quality, and well, by any luck of the imagination, I'm able to also have enough VRAM and capacity on that card to also record 1440p as well at the same time with only one card, so that way I do not have to have the 980 Ti in that system. Besides, I would probably prefer to have the 3060 as a secondary card if that's the case anyway, but the thing is, I want to throw the 3060 into another system, because I have, you know, that random ass i5-6400 at home that I also want to throw into a motherboard. That's an LGA 1151 board. I haven't checked yet if there's any cheap LGA 1151 motherboards on Finn that is available around here, which we can also pick up today.
The 3D V-cache clocks are lower.
Because if I can do that, and if I remember correctly, that CPU can run, well, I mean, even if it can't run, I can use 3200 MHz sticks, because these are currently only running 16 gigs in my system, because I had that weird access violation error go off on me due to the 2 different batches of RAM. And I've checked that both batches work just fine when they're separate, they just don't work together, even though they're the same CL18 3200 mega transfer RAM. CL18, CL16. They don't work, so I can throw that RAM onto that one, boom, and slap in the 3060, and boom, we have another system, which can then be my media computer instead of my laptop, which is technically speaking my Johnson Control / network computer, so I can actually use that one to practice more Johnson Control stuff. Because believe it or not, I've actually been thinking about actually starting on school again. Not here, but within electronics and automation, because let's just say Oscar has kind of got me on the work yoink again after, you know, you have, I'm gonna try to edit that other video. You probably saw yesterday's video, where, or not yesterday's video, but the last video, when me and, I think it was last video, me and Oscar was out on a power plant up in, or Tunchedal,
So that's less watts
hydroelectric power plant up past Grong up in Namsos.
So what do I plan to do if this system starts giving me headaches? Well, I gotta write it for a while. I've gotta just.
So yeah, we were up there. We were re-uploading a PLS or resetting a PLS because it had been yoinked after they had generated power and they had a spike, and well, their overcurrent protection or their automatic fuse turns out to be a C fuse that didn't kick out fast enough. They should have had a B, or well, probably even better, a fuse. Then it would have kicked out, but it didn't kick out fast enough, which means the shit kinda yeeted itself, and it means the program got corrupt, so we had to re-upload the entire shit. So, and it kinda made me realize that, well, I'm interested in this stuff and I want to work with this stuff. Technically speaking, I've always wanted to go electro, I just never got that far because of my grades, so I'm gonna look around, see what I can do about like my mathematics grades and get into VG1 again within electrofog, and then VG2 second year is going to be automation, and then third year, and then well, I got to talk to Jan, and then we got to talk to well, Johnson Control, and then by any luck of the imagination, me and Oscar ends up being colleagues. And hopefully in regards to that matter, I also get a certificate so I also can drive. We'll probably be using Oscar's car when we are going together out on the work site, but then I can drive front and back from work, and then if he gets tired and he wants to rest, I can take over the driving for him. So yeah. But well, the clock is 06:04, so I'm gonna chill the last like 6 minutes, then we're gonna wrap up here, then I'll update you guys once well, on Lad Arena. Okay, we are back home, and no GPU today because Oscar is literally flat out dead. I tried to message him like twice, and he was just late, and I didn't want to pull all of this stuff up the tiller to get the GPU, so me and him is picking up the GPU tomorrow, hopefully. Meanwhile, I'm going to start spray painting these shites and start mounting pedals and shit. So, yeah. Let's get pinting. So here's the thing. It's snowing outside right now. I can't exactly. Well, I was already prepared to get hella dirty doing this, so I'm gonna do the rest of the panels. People are alive. 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 Folks, I am back. I'm test fitting the pedals. We got accelerator, we got the brake, and the clutch. I have countersunk them here. And I now know what the fault is. I need to redo those holes because these are supposed to be the other way. That's why my measurements weren't lining up. Never mind, I need to redo this. Okay, I am back, and I have pulled up and redone the drilling. So now it makes sense. So 25 in, up, down. So what I'm gonna do with this dries is drill these through into these again, because the spacing on these are obviously wrong now. And then they will mount along here. So then the spacing of my pedals will also make much more sense. These are pretty much done. So now I'm gonna paint the underside of this one, and then the bottom floorboard is done. I just got the second corner braces, the two main spokes, and now I want to do, and the back. And well, that we are ready to start laying in some, or well, mounting it and laying in some carpet. I'll probably cut up the carpet before I actually take and put it in, since we're gonna screw in the carpet with screws. Just to do it simple, because I don't have any contact glue, and besides, these are just normal generic car mats. So they have like this thing underneath. I think these two are gonna fit perfectly fine, so I'm just gonna use like these two and call that a day, and hopefully that should do it. So yes, I'll see you guys in a while. Oh yes, he was on his TV last night and discarded the air code. Well, NCE is still going ham. Okay, so after spackling and re-drilling and whatnot, we got our spacings correct. So I've done a little bit of a custom spacing. So we got the clutch, accelerator and the brake, and then I've offset the clutch a little bit more. So that way if I'm driving automatic, the clutch ain't in the way. And besides, the clutch is usually a little bit further out in most manual cars. So yeah, got everything done besides from this one. That one is about done. And after that, it's just to do the back one. And then, well, it's really just to mount shit. So we're chugging along. And well, my shit is charging. Well, I'm back. We've got the base of it on. There's the base, the screwed in carpet, and we got the corner braces. So right now I'm just waiting for the back plate to dry properly. And well, I just about ran out of paint, which means one can was exactly enough for this entire shenanigan. Those holes are going to be countersunk. That's going to be mounted to this thing, and then that thing is going to be mounted onto that. And then, well, hole for the pedals are going to be drilled. Cables are going to be pulled through. Funnily enough, the cable is still down in here. Here. So there's the cables. Whatnot. So yeah. I'll update you guys a little later. Okay, first pedal is in. So there your foot will be going, and this will be, well, should have had maybe a longer base, but that's just an extension that's easy to make, so that's not a problem. And well, this makes it also quite comfortable to drive without shoes too, because there's actually a carpet here, and these shoes are also elevated because of the like foam and stuff, so kind of makes sense. So first pedal is in. Here's the back. So there's our countersunk screws. So yeah, had to turn around one of these, use some force to get this back one on, but we're getting there. Okay, so we got our throttle. Well, now they're not very stable, but you got your throttle, your brake, and then your clutch. I will probably make a little bit of an extension, and well, of course, once it's back in here properly, it's gonna be good, and that means it's also gonna be very comfortable to drive without shoes as well. So that's just that, and then on the back, she's a little bit up, but that's basically it. Just the cables plugged in, slanked along, and our output's coming out, and that's about it. So yeah. So well, I guess, well, depending, I'll probably call this its own video. What is the clock? 12:37. Yes, so I'm gonna throw this on the sim rig now, pretty much. Test shit. And yeah. So I'll call this the end of the video, and the next video will be our video of actually upgrading my computer. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, stay awesome, and Nikolai out.